In this video, we'll discuss active transport. Active transport happens when particles move from an area of low concentration to an area of high concentration. This is also called moving against the concentration gradient.
The key thing to remember is that active transport requires energy. If passive transport is like a ball rolling down a hill, active transport is like pushing a ball uphill. It takes effort.
Cells need this type of substance movement to function properly. For example, your heart muscle cells use active transport to move molecules or ions against their concentration gradient, so your heart keeps beating.
But wait, where does the energy come from? That energy comes from a molecule called ATP, or adenosine triphosphate.
ATP is made in a part of the cell called the mitochondria. The mitochondria breaks down glucose from the food we eat and turn it into ATP energy through a process called cellular respiration.
With ATP ready, cells can now perform active transport in different ways. Let's focus on two major types, endocytosis and exocytosis.
First, we have endocytosis. Sometimes, a cell needs to pull in large particles using its cell membrane. This wrapping and pulling in is called endocytosis.
There are actually two types of endocytosis. One is called phagocytosis, which happens when the cell engulfs large solid nutrients or particles.
The other is pinocytosis, where the cell takes in fluids by forming large pockets in the cell membrane. These pockets pinch off and carry the fluid into the cytoplasm.
Now, the opposite of endocytosis is exocytosis.
Exocytosis happens when the cell needs to get rid of large molecules or waste. This waste usually comes from chemical reactions inside the cell, like digestion of nutrients or breaking down old or damaged cell parts in the lysosome.
To remove this waste, the Golgi apparatus, which acts like the packaging center of the cell, produces vesicles that surround the waste. These vesicles then travel to the cell membrane, fuse with it, and release the waste outside the cell.
Here is a simple trick. Exo sounds like exit, so exocytosis means exit the cell. And endo sounds like enter, so endocytosis means enter the cell.
Remember, both endocytosis and exocytosis require energy to be able to work, which the cell gets from ATP made in the mitochondria.
In summary, active transport helps cells take in or release large particles, while ATP keeps everything running smoothly.
And that's how your cells work hard to stay balanced and healthy. Thank you for watching!